Welcome back, Troglodytes, to another episode of Trogly's Guitars. We've got another one of these prehistoric 62 reissue SGs here, but this one's had a custom paint job on it. I saw this guitar when it was first listed, and you know, I kind of liked it. I mean, I don't expect anybody to pay a premium for this. I actually expect you to get a little bit more of a deal because of it. Now, when I first got this one, my first question that I was wondering is, would this come off? Now, even if it would have came off, I don't know if I would have done it because, I mean, somebody put some time onto this. This was actually a guitar that was won in a poetry contest, and the lady that won it had to sell it because her family needed some money. So I bought the guitar, and we're putting it up for sale again. This is a 1990 SG LP reissue, type like 62-ish. This is, once again, kind of a reissue of the original SG, except for, you know, just stop bar, tailpiece, and ABR1. So these are really excellent guitars, and you know, if you don't mind this on it, it's actually a really good deal on a great player. The face of the headstock here, you can see quite a few, you know, scratches just from, you know, average wear and tear, string changes and all that. You got the very cool prehistoric Gibson logo. I know it looks a little goofy, but that's how they made them when they were really special. You have your crown logo, and this is the original truss rod cover, but they've also painted that. I guess that's the artist's signature or something along those lines. Original nut, very thin 60s profile with rosewood fretboard, and the inlays have aged very nicely. I know the bright lights are kind of washing it out, but they're almost kind of like that Les Paul Classic, but in like a good way. They're slightly green, but that's just natural age right there. It's really a nice piece of rosewood on this one. Alright, so the guitar is all original except for the knobs. The knobs have been replaced, and as you can see, two of them are missing their volume little inserts there. I believe one of those is in the case. The pickups are the original Bill Lawrence pickups. Those were in Gibsons from like really late 87 to really early 1990. Because usually I'll say 88 through 89, but there are some very early examples. And this is a 5th day of the year 1990, so they're definitely original to this guitar. The patina is completely different on the neck pickup, so that cover might have been replaced at one point in time, or it just hasn't worn the same way, or maybe it's not even the original pickup to the guitar. But it's stock specs as it should be. But these bottom three parts definitely have more of a aged nickel look, whereas this one's more of a shiny new chrome. But they are what should be in here, pickup wise. Stock ABR1 bridge is kind of what makes these special compared to a regular SG standard of the era, because they will have the Nashville bridge and your stop tailpiece. But let's just take a minute to look at this artwork. Now, if you're not into nudity, there is a little bit of nudity right there. Blur it out for YouTube. But you've got a little signature right there. And no, this will not come off unless you kind of refinish the front of it. If I catch it in the light right here, you can kind of see, yeah, right here, you can kind of see where that light kind of shines. They must have put some type of clear over this, so if you love it, it's not gonna rub off just by doing that. I did try on like a little star. I took a little piece of steel wool and I scratched it a little bit to see if it would come off, because I always like to be able to be honest and upfront if it would come off, because some people might like it and it might wear off. Some people might hate it and they'll get upset because, hey, you said that would come off and it doesn't. So that's the way it is. This piece was kind of coined as Luna. My daughter's name is Luna, so that's kind of what drew me to buying this guitar. The condition of the guitar, it's definitely well played. You can see some scratches here and there. Definitely a well played guitar. I know the previous owner has her own YouTube channel. You can check her out if you want. I think she goes by Say When. Overall, this one, I mean, fairly worn example. I mean, it's not mint condition, it's not used, but if you're gonna buy this one, buy it for a player. I think it'd make a really cool stage guitar, because having cool custom artwork on your guitar is just kind of a conversation starter. Back of the headstock here, serial number 900505, looks like 59, made in USA. You're gonna see this has had at least 2 sets of tuners on it. The original ones were the Kluson style. This is a modern day Schaller tuner on here, so they did have to drill new pilot holes here, and the original Kluson holes were filled in. My initial thing was I was going to put an original style back on this guitar, because I typically need Schallers quite often to restore other guitars, but somebody went ahead and filled in those initial holes, so I just let it go. There's no breaks, cracks, or repairs to this guitar. The only thing wrong with it is the painting on the front. You've got some indentation on the neck right here. It's very minor. It's just like somebody probably had a ring on or something. But very fast 60 slim profile. Back of the guitar, strap buttons have been swapped out to black Dunlops. Those are the ones that kind of stick out a little bit more and they click in. I don't have the counterparts to those. I don't know, these things kind of scare me on an SG because they're right there where the heel area is. And since they stick out more, I feel like a good ding there would, snap your neck off. So I would almost suggest maybe going for a Schaller type, but you do have some type of strap lock on there. You've got buckle rash and wear, handling marks, but electronics are the way they should be in original. So if you can live with some very choice wear on the guitar, I mean it's just a well-played guitar, it's got scratches, it's been used, it's been gigged. And if you can live with this painting on it, honestly, you can get yourself a pretty good deal on this one. Overall, would I suggest this guitar? Yes, I would, because it's just kind of got a uniqueness to it, which, in a world with so many 61, 62 reissue SGs, and SGs in general, it's nice to be able to stand out somehow. Take a look under blacklight here. You can see everything's good on the face of the headstock. And here on the body, you can see there's some light clear coat wear there from playing, but not a refinish or anything. Now, this doesn't really glow differently under blacklight in this area, so I don't believe like they resprayed it or anything. I think it's just kind of some type of paint sealer over top of it, so maybe if you use a more harsh chemical on it, it might come off if you don't like it. But really, I would just suggest leaving it as is. I think it does look nice. Back of the headstock, once again, filled in original pilot holes for the original tuners, but no breaks, cracks, or repairs, thankfully. You've got, once again, some light clear coat wear and some indentations from a ring or something, but overall, very good guitar. Back of the guitar here is fine as well. Neck pocket is secure. You always have to watch for heel breaks on these SGs, because it's pretty common. You can see there's some dings here in the side of the guitar that might not have shown up the first time through. Overall, this guitar is good to go. This one weighs 7 pounds, 4.8 ounces. This guitar does come with a first edition Gibson USA brown case. This is basically the introductory year of this, 1990, some late 89s. This one's seen better days. The top of the locking latch is missing, so that doesn't work. You've got a lot of tape residue because this guitar was shipped to me just in the case, unfortunately, but it survived just okay. Sometimes I wonder if that's actually better, because then the postal carriers actually have something to hold on to. You have 1, 2, 3 latches on it. You have the pink blanket, as they call it. They only had this giant thick thing for like a year or so before they switched it to more of a thin satin shroud. But this case is a good case. It holds the guitar well. I mean, obviously it's been used quite a bit. And overall, case is the case. You got some original paperwork in here, but not too much. There's that original volume insert as I was talking about earlier. The cleans will be running through a Gibson Super Gold Tone GA30RV. The dirty tones come from a Marshall JMP 1C. If you think it might be interested in being the next owner of this 1990 Gibson 62 prehistoric reissue, feel free to contact me on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Troglys, Trogoys, or check out the eBay and Reverb listings. Alright, Troglodytes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and take care.